When did you risk your life helping a friend? My buddy Jake called me at 2 in the morning last winter. His voice was shaking and he said, "Dude, I messed up bad. I need help." I was half asleep, but I could tell something was really wrong. He told me he went hiking up at Ridgepoint Trail yesterday afternoon. It's this mountain trail about 40 minutes from town. He said he dropped his phone somewhere on the trail and didn't realize until he got home. The problem was his phone had photos of his baby daughter on it that weren't backed up anywhere. His wife was going to kill him if he lost those pictures. I asked why he was calling me at 2 in the morning about it. He said he tried going back up there an hour ago to find it, but his car broke down on the access road and now he was stranded in the freezing cold. His battery died, so he hiked to the ranger station and used their emergency phone. I told him to stay at the ranger station and I'd come get him. He said no, the ranger station was locked. He was calling from the payphone outside. It was 15 degrees out and starting to snow. I threw on my clothes and grabbed my keys. The drive up there was terrible. The roads were getting icy and my heater barely worked. When I finally found the ranger station, Jake was sitting on the ground wrapped in his jacket shivering. His lips were turning blue. I got him in my car and cranked the heat. He kept saying we had to go find his phone before the snow buried it. I told him we should just go home and come back in the morning. He got upset and said the photos were too important. His daughter's first birthday was in those pictures. Against my better judgment, I agreed to help him look. We grabbed flashlights from my trunk and started hiking up the trail. The snow was coming down harder now. We could barely see 10 feet in front of us. Jake said he thought he dropped the phone somewhere near the lookout point. That was 2 miles up. The trail was getting slippery and dangerous. I almost fell 3 times. About halfway up, we heard this loud cracking sound. Jake's flashlight caught movement in the trees. It was a huge branch covered in snow breaking off. It crashed down right behind us. If we'd been 5 seconds slower, it would have hit us. I told Jake we needed to turn back. This was getting too dangerous. He said we were already halfway there, just a little further. We kept going and the wind started picking up. It was so cold my face felt numb. When we finally got to the lookout point, Jake started searching around with his flashlight. He was digging through the snow, checking under rocks and bushes. I was about to tell him this was hopeless when my foot hit something. I looked down and saw the corner of a phone case sticking out of the snow. I grabbed it and held it up. Jake's face lit up like Christmas morning, but then we heard another cracking sound. This time, it was way louder. I looked up and saw this massive tree branch right above us covered in heavy snow. It was bending down and starting to break. I yelled at Jake to move and shoved him forward. We both dove to the side as the branch came crashing down exactly where we'd been standing. It was easily 300 pounds. If that had hit us, we'd be dead. We just laid there in the snow for a minute trying to catch our breath. Jake looked at me and said, "Holy crap, you just saved my life." I said, "Yeah, and you almost got us both killed over a phone." The hike back down was even scarier because now there were broken branches everywhere. We had to climb over fallen trees and the trail was covered in debris. It took us twice as long to get back. When we finally made it to my car, we were both exhausted and freezing. I drove Jake home and his wife met us at the door. She took one look at us covered in snow and scratches and asked what happened. Jake held up his phone and said, "Got it back, honey." She grabbed the phone, looked through the photos to make sure they were okay, then looked at both of us and said, "You two are idiots." She was right. Looking back, we definitely could have died up there. But Jake got his photos back and I guess that's what matters. He bought me dinner the next week to say thanks. We agreed to never go hiking in a snowstorm again.